It's about family legacy. Could you reconsider? My dad begged me not to divorce my cheating wife. I blocked their numbers. Later, they showed up at my new place crying. I never thought I'd be sitting alone in an empty apartment at 28 staring at divorce papers. My wedding ring discarded in a drawer. 3 years of marriage erased by a single confession. I met Angela during my senior year of college. She was vibrant and ambitious with a smile that lit up the room. I fell hard and fast. We were married within a year of dating. Everyone said we were rushing. Maybe we were. My brother Owen had been my best man. He'd given a speech about loyalty and brotherhood that had brought tears to my eyes. Now those words tasted like ash in my mouth. The memory of that day haunts me most. It had been an ordinary Tuesday. I came home early from work to find Angela cradling our 2-month-old son, Noah. She looked exhausted. Dark circles shadowed her eyes. "Can you take him for a bit?" she asked. "I haven't showered in 3 days." I nodded, reaching for Noah. His tiny face scrunched up as I held him. He started wailing immediately. "He always does that with me," I said, trying to keep the hurt from my voice. "He never settles when I hold him." Something in Angela's face changed. A flicker of guilt. She took Noah back, quieting him instantly against her chest. "We need to talk," she whispered. Her voice trembled. My chest tightened. Those 4 words never preceded anything good. She sat on the edge of our bed, Noah nestled against her. I perched on the desk chair across from her. The distance between us suddenly felt enormous. "I don't know how to say this," she began, her eyes fixed on the floor. "Just say it." My voice sounded foreign to my own ears. "Noah isn't yours." The words hit me like a physical blow. My ears rang. The room tilted sideways. "What do you mean?" I asked, though I already knew. She finally looked up. Tears streamed down her face. "I've been seeing someone else. It's been going on for a while since right after we got married." My mind raced through possibilities. A coworker. A friend. I couldn't process what she was telling me. "Who?" The word scraped my throat raw. She closed her eyes. "Owen? My brother? My own brother." The floor seemed to drop out from beneath me. I gripped the chair to steady myself. "Owen," I repeated. "My brother Owen," she nodded, clutching Noah tighter. "My nephew, not my son." "It just happened," she continued. "We didn't mean for it to." I stood abruptly, cutting her off. Don't you dare say you didn't mean for it to happen. You've been sleeping with my brother for 3 years. That's not an accident." My vision blurred. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I tried to end it so many times, but then I got pregnant and you let me believe he was mine." The betrayal cut deeper than I thought possible. "You let me hold him, name him, love him." She was sobbing now. "I thought I could make it work. I thought maybe it didn't matter who his biological father was. You're his dad in every way that counts." A bitter laugh escaped me. "Except I'm not." "I never was." I grabbed my keys, my wallet. I needed to get out. "Get away. Where are you going?" Panic edged into her voice. "Anywhere but here." I drove aimlessly for hours. My phone buzzed continuously. Angela, Owen. I ignored them all. How had I not seen this? 3 years of deception. 3 years of lies right under my nose. The signs had been there. The unexplained absences. The secretive text messages. Owen showed up at our house when I wasn't expecting home. I'd been blind, willfully, stupidly blind. I checked into a hotel that night, laid on the bed fully clothed. Sleep wouldn't come. Morning brought a strange clarity. I knew exactly what I needed to do. I called a lawyer before breakfast. By lunch, I'd filed for divorce. By dinner, I'd emptied our joint accounts and transferred my half into a new account. Clinical, methodical. It was the only way I could function without falling apart. My phone had 37 missed calls and dozens of text messages, most from Angela, several from Owen. I deleted them all without reading. Then my parents called. I almost didn't answer, but some sick part of me wanted to hear what they would say. "Michael." My mother's voice broke. "We just heard what happened." "Oh my God, I can't believe this." A wave of relief washed over me. They knew. They understood. "I'm so sorry," I whispered, my voice cracking for the first time. "Owen did what?" My father's voice boomed in the background. "Put me on speaker, Margaret." His voice came through clearer. "Son, where are you? We're coming to get you." The immediate support nearly broke me. After years of feeling like Owen was the favorite, their instant allegiance felt like a life raft in a stormy sea. "I'm at the Marriott downtown, room 542. We'll be there in 30 minutes. Have you eaten? Should we bring something?" I couldn't remember my last meal. "I'm not hungry." "We're bringing food anyway," my mother insisted. "And Michael, we're going to help you through this." What Owen and Angela did is unforgivable. When they arrived, my mother hugged me fiercely. My father's face was etched with anger. We sat around the small hotel table, takeout containers between us. Owen tried to call us, my father said, stabbing at his food. I didn't answer. I can't even look at him right now. He's dead to me, I stated flatly. My parents exchanged a glance but nodded. What's your plan? My father asked. I've filed for divorce. I'm done. They nodded again. We'll support whatever you decide, my mother said, reaching for my hand. For the first time in days, I felt less alone. The solidarity lasted exactly 2 weeks. My father called as I was viewing a potential apartment. His tone was different. Hesitant. Michael, we need to talk about the situation. What situation? A pause with Angela and the legal proceedings. Something in his voice set off alarm bells. What about them? Your mother and I have been thinking maybe you should consider a different approach. My grip tightened on the phone. What kind of approach? A more measured one, perhaps some counseling before finalizing anything. I stepped outside the apartment away from the realtor's curious eyes. Are you suggesting I try to save my marriage after what they did? Not exactly, he hedged. But handling this quietly might be better for everyone. For everyone, I repeated. Or for you. A longer pause. There are considerations you might not be aware of. The alarm bells grew louder, such as the business is struggling. Michael. We're facing bankruptcy. I waited, sensing there was more. Angela's father was planning to invest. It would save everything we've built. Dozens of jobs, your mother's retirement, everything. The betrayal felt like a physical blow. So you want me to stay with a woman who cheated on me with my brother for money? It's not about money, he insisted. It's about family legacy. About not making hasty decisions in anger. This isn't anger. This is self-respect. Just meet with her once. That's all we're asking. Did you talk to her? My father's silence was damning. You did behind my back. Her father reached out to us, he admitted. He's willing to move forward with the investment if you two can reach some kind of arrangement. An arrangement? I echoed hollowly. You mean if I agree to raise my brother's child and pretend none of this happened? Michael, do you hear yourself? Do you have any idea what you're asking me to do? I'm asking you to think about more than just yourself. His voice rose. This affects all of us. Your mother hasn't slept in days. The bank is calling about the loans. We could lose everything. The realization hit me like a truck. You knew something was wrong. That's why you've been pushing this investment so hard. That's ridiculous. Did you know about Owen and Angela? Of course not. But the denial came too quickly, too forcefully. Maybe not specifically, I pressed. But you suspected something, and you ignored it because you needed her father's money. His silence was confirmation enough. So that's it, I said coldly. You're choosing your business over me. It's not that simple, Michael. It is that simple, and it tells me everything I need to know. I hung up, blocked their numbers too. That night, I did something they would call reckless, something Angela would call cruel. I drafted a single message, attached proof of the affair, text messages between Angela and Owen that I'd found months ago but had been too trusting to question. I sent it to everyone, family, friends, colleagues, Angela's father. The truth laid bare for all to see. Was it vindictive? Absolutely. Did they deserve it without question? The fallout was swift and brutal. Angela's father withdrew his investment offer immediately. My parents' business began its inevitable collapse. Owen was fired from his job when his boss, a family friend, learned of his betrayal. And me, I felt nothing. Just a cold, empty space where my heart used to be. 3 days later, I returned to our apartment to collect my things. Angela was waiting. Noah asleep in his crib nearby. She looked terrible. Good. You've ruined everything, she said. Her eyes were red-rimmed, her hair unwashed. My father won't speak to me. Everyone knows. You ruined everything, I corrected her. You and Owen. I just exposed the truth. Did you have to tell everyone? Did you have to destroy your parents' business too? I laughed bitterly. They chose their side. It wasn't mine. I started gathering my belongings, clothes, books, the watch my grandfather had given me. I left the photos, the wedding gifts, the life we'd built on lies. What am I supposed to do now? She asked, her voice small and broken. Not my problem. Michael, please. She grabbed my arm. I made a terrible mistake, but no one needs a father. He has one. Owen can step up. She shook her head frantically. He won't. He's disappeared. Won't answer my calls. Of course, he wouldn't. Owen had never taken responsibility for anything in his life. Again, not my problem. But your name is on the birth certificate, she whispered. Legally, you're his father. The manipulation was so transparent, it was almost laughable. She wasn't sorry for the betrayal. She was sorry she'd been caught. Sorry she was facing consequences. I'll have my lawyer handle that too. I pulled away from her grip. I want nothing to do with either of you. Her face hardened. You can't just walk away. I'll take you for everything you have. Child support, alimony. The courts will side with me. Try it. I shouldered my bag. Everyone knows the truth now, including the judges who will handle our case. The doorbell rang. My stomach dropped when I saw Owen through the peephole. I briefly considered not answering, but a cold rage pushed me forward. I opened the door. My brother stood there haggard and unshaven. The confident smirk he usually wore was gone, replaced by dark circles and bloodshot eyes. "Michael," he began, his voice rough. "I know you hate me right now." "I don't hate you," I interrupted. "Hate requires emotional investment. I feel nothing for you." He flinched as if I'd struck him. "Please, just 5 minutes. I need to explain." "Explain what?" "How you slept with my wife for 3 years? How you let me believe your child was mine?" "What exactly needs explaining?" "It wasn't supposed to happen like this," he said. "We never meant to hurt you." A cold laugh escaped me. "You never meant to get caught." "There's a difference." From inside, I heard Noah begin to cry. Angela appeared behind me. Owen's eyes immediately went to her, then to the apartment beyond where his son lay. "You need to step up," I told him. "That's your child in there." "I know," he whispered. "I'm trying, but I'm not ready to be a father." "You should have thought about that before. This isn't a video game you can restart when you make a mistake." Owen's eyes filled with tears. "You're my brother. We've been through everything together, can't we?" "We're nothing." I cut him off. "We share DNA. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, you died the moment you touched my wife." "Michael, please. You're dead to me," I repeated, each word precise and final. "Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't show up at my door. If I see you on the street, I'll walk the other way. If you say my name, I won't hear it. You do not exist in my world anymore." His face crumpled. For a second, I saw the little boy who used to crawl into my bed during thunderstorms, the teenager who'd broken his arm falling off our treehouse roof, my best man who'd sworn eternal brotherhood. I felt nothing. No rage, no pity, just emptiness. "Goodbye, Owen." I closed the door in his face and turned back to Angela. The weeks that followed passed in a blur. I moved into a small studio apartment across town, filed paperwork to legally disestablish paternity, blocked every attempt Angela made to contact me. My parents tried once more to intervene. They showed up unannounced at my new place, my mother crying, my father desperate. "The business is gone," he said hollowly. "We've lost everything." I felt a momentary pang, quickly replaced by cold resolve. "You chose the business over me. You were willing to sacrifice my dignity, my self-respect for money." "It wasn't just about money," my father insisted. "It was about the family legacy. Your grandfather built that company from nothing, and you were willing to let me raise another man's child, my brother's child, to save it." "We made a terrible mistake," my mother sobbed. "We got caught up in trying to save the business. We forgot what was really important." Part of me wanted to believe her. The little boy who'd once adored his parents, the son who'd worked summers in the family business without complaint, but that boy was gone. "Convenient that you've remembered now after you've lost everything." "Michael, please." My father's voice broke. "We've lost our business, our home, our reputation. Don't make us lose our son too." For a moment, I wavered. The pain in their faces seemed genuine, but then I remembered how quickly they'd switched from supporting me to pressuring me once Angela's father's investment was at stake. "You didn't lose me," I said quietly. "You threw me away. You chose Owen and Angela and money over your own son." "We were wrong," my mother wept. "So terribly wrong." "Yes, you were, and now you're facing the consequences of that choice. What can we do?" My father asked, desperation edging his voice. "How do we fix this?" "You can't. Some things, once broken, stay broken." "We're your parents," my mother pleaded. "Family should stand together." "Owen is family too." "Did you tell him that when he was sleeping with my wife? Did you remind him of family loyalty when he was betraying me?" They had no answer for that. 6 months later, the divorce was finalized. The paternity test confirmed what we already knew. Noah was Owen's son. My name was removed from the birth certificate, all legal ties severed. I heard through mutual friends that Angela had been forced to move back in with her parents, that Owen had finally been cornered into accepting some responsibility for Noah, but only visited sporadically and complained about child support payments. He tried to reach out to me multiple times, calls, texts, even showing up at my workplace once. I'd walked past him without a word as if he were invisible, just as I'd promised. My parents had sold their business at a massive loss. They'd moved to a small condo in a retirement community. Their dreams of a comfortable retirement shattered. My mother sent cards on my birthday and Christmas. I returned them unopened. My father had stopped trying altogether. I should have felt vindicated. Instead, I just felt tired, drained, empty. My therapist said that was normal, that grief comes in many forms, and I was grieving the loss of not just my marriage, but my family, my trust, my sense of identity. "Healing isn't linear," she told me during one session. Some days will be better than others, but you will heal. I wasn't sure I believed her, but I kept showing up, kept talking, kept trying to make sense of the senseless. I joined a gym, started running, found an odd comfort in the physical pain of pushing my body to its limits. There was clarity and exhaustion, a temporary respite from the thoughts that haunted me. A year passed, then another. I was promoted at work, made new friends, went on a few dates, though nothing serious. The thought of trusting someone again seemed impossible. I still had nightmares sometimes, dreams where I was holding Noah only to look down and see his face transform into Owen's, dreams where I was drowning while my family watched from shore making no move to help, but they came less frequently now. The sharp edges of betrayal had dulled to a persistent ache, something I could live with if not forget. 3 years to the day after Angela's confession, I ran into her at a grocery store. She looked older, tired. Noah, now a toddler, sat in her shopping cart playing with a toy car. She saw me first, froze in the middle of the aisle. I could have turned,